Good evening, everybody. Um, I have got yet to get a candle and get it lit for us for tonight. A little ambiance, and it always helps with spirit. I hope you guys enjoy tonight. I wanted to see what all a pendulum can do for us, and that definitely includes everybody watching. So let me grab a candle, preferably my favorite candle. Let's see here. I'm gonna get my phone ready too. Um, feel like I've been chasing my tail tonight, trying to get stuff done. Every time I get up, it snap, crackle, pop. Something's always snapping, bones cracking. Hi, Cindy. How are you this evening? Did you happen to get a post? Did you see my post that I put out? Or are you just stopping in? I always like to know if people see my posts or not. It was kind of a last minute a last minute thing for me tonight. I was actually going to go live last night, but for some stupid reason, I lost internet yesterday, and they said, okay, well, we'll send a guy out. It'll probably be a week. And I thought, a week my ass. um, they don't have where I'm at uh, the, I don't know, what do they call it? That fancy schmancy stuff. Uh, it's the old way they do things. Hi, Elizabeth from Arkansas. Well, okay. I have a little treat tonight. Um, some of you know that I use pendulum. Uh, this little guy here. I don't know if you've seen the post, but I thought tonight, hi Marcy, we would do something a little different. I'm not going to talk to the spirits tonight. I will get them here. Of course, they're always here with me. But you are going to be able to ask them questions. What I wanted to do was on cases like Summer Wells or anybody that has an open case. And then if you would like personal questions answered, $5 super sticker for 3 questions is what I was planning on doing. Just let's see how it goes. Let's see, have some fun with it, and just see what I want to do, because this pendulum, they always answer my questions before I get the whole question out. It's like they know what I'm thinking, they know what I'm going to ask. So I thought, why speak at all? Let's let you ask the questions. I'll put it up on the screen here so everybody can see it. And I will read it, and the pendulum will answer. So we need to do some testing first. Let's test out some random questions. And we can ask things that we already know the answers to. to see just how this works. Plus, I would like to show you that with a simple string and a sewing needle or a string and a wedding ring, that anything can become a pendulum. I don't know if any of you are old enough. Marcy, you may know this question, the answer to this question, but did you ever hear of hanging a string and a wedding ring over a pregnant woman's belly to see if it was a boy or a girl? We used to do that all the time. It was just something we got a kick out of. I guess it was like an old wives' tale. Lately, have you been really sick? Oh no. I'm sorry. You saw the post. Okay. Well, I wish him all the best, and hopefully he gets to feeling better soon. You can ask any of you can ask a question that we already know the answer to, or you know the answer to already, and we can test this guy out, this pendulum, which actually we're testing the pendulum through the spirits. But if you want to do that, we can. I'm sorry your husband is not feeling well. You can share that if you want. You don't have to, but even if you would like prayer for him, you can let us know. Because even though I do the things that I do, I'm not evil. It doesn't make me an evil person. I'm not. I don't want anybody to hurt, and I don't want to hurt anyone. But I do believe in prayer. So if you would like that, you can let us know. Okay, so Marcy, would you like to ask a question? Any of you are more than welcome to ask a question, something that you already know the answer to, and we can just see if this is going to tell us correctly. We can talk about Summer Wells, or we can talk about Kylie, and I still haven't even looked at her case. Kylie, Rodney. As far as I know, Adventures with Purpose was supposed to come in yesterday, but I haven't had any. I haven't heard any updates or anything about her. Prayers are always good. What's your husband's name? Vic? Okay. If everybody will join me, I'll say a prayer for Vic. Lord, we're coming to you tonight to pray for miracles that only you can provide. And we're asking you to help heal and comfort Vic, Cindy's husband. She's telling us that he has been very sick. And we know, Lord, we know that you have the power to perform miracles and to heal. And that's what we're asking of you tonight. We spread your word. We believe in all your promises. And that's why we know, Lord, that you can heal him. Comfort Cindy in her time of need. Comfort her and take the fears away. Give her the strength in a way that, Lord, only you can do. We know you, Lord, and we trust you. In these rough times, you never falter. And I pray these things in Jesus' name. Thank you, Lord. In Jesus' name, amen. Hi, Addie. Yo, baby. Yo, baby. Jen. You know, doctors are smart. They've been to college. But Cindy, they don't really know everything. They don't. They can say to a pregnant mama, this baby has no hope. You know, you might as well end it now. And then they have their baby because they have faith. And their baby is perfect. So I go over the doctor's head because God is the only one that can sort miracles. And I hear my son in there cussing. He's 17. But we're all sinners. And that's another thing. My uncle has a church. It's an Indian church. And I want to go sometime. I want to wait until fall when it's not so hot out. I want to go and visit some cemeteries and record. I want to go to his church, and I would like to preach, even though I'm not a preacher. You don't have to be a preacher. You don't have to be a preacher to pray for people or to preach the word of God, and share that. Because when you have it in you, that's all it takes to be able to share it. And I used to think that being able to do the things that I do was bad and scary. And that's why I didn't share it and talk about it. But when I found out that it wasn't bad, that this came from God, I was like, okay, I'm ready to talk about it, because if it doesn't come from God, I don't want it. I don't want it in my home. I don't want it around me. That's just how I am. God is good. He's the creator, and I don't want to get off on that subject or anything, but people, they get in trouble and they're like, "Oh my God," or "God, if you do this for me, I'll do that for you," and it's like everybody always hollers out, and then they turn around and say, "Oh well, I don't blame God." Why? I mean, you just said, I don't know. But he gives us blessings, and he gives us all a choice. Every day that we wake up, it's a choice. Choice of how we want our day to turn out. Like, are we going to wake up and have an attitude towards people? Are we going to wake up and be nice? And, even if you don't feel like smiling and you have to go to the store and you smile and you're kind to people and, stuff like that, people smile back. And it actually turns your day around. I don't know if any of you have ever done these things. I could be really depressed and go to the store and hold the door open for somebody and smile and say thank you and have a good day and whatever. And it ends up making me feel better. It does. It works. So being kind to people, it's what we should all be doing all the time. Which I guess would be a good time for me to say something, because we're going to get to this pendulum. We will. But I was going to do like a benefit fundraiser thing for me and my son. And I don't know if it's for me and my son or for my son and I. I don't know exactly the proper way to word that, but I am selling, and I'll do this tomorrow, my Dooney and Burke and my Coach handbags, and probably some of my jewelry, because I need to raise money for. Now, he does have a job. He started last week. He worked all week, and it was basically training stuff, but he still gets paid for it. And then this coming Friday, he will get his first check. But he's driving to work with no tag. Well, it's expired. His tag is expired. His insurance is expired, because you can't get your insurance or your tag without your insurance, and you can't get insurance if we don't have money. And I'm on disability, $1,000 a month. I'm not begging or anything like that, but I do need to do something to raise money, and that's why I am doing this by trying to sell my stuff. Now, I did pawn my wedding ring, and I did pawn a weapon, which I will get back. However, once I get the stuff done for his truck, I hear sirens outside. I need the money to keep coming in, because I would like to get a used washer and dryer, because I live in an upstairs apartment, and it is so hard to get your laundry, take it down and put it in, and then bring it back up. And it's like, it's more than one load. It's like you got to go up and down the stairs several times. It's ridiculous. I can't do it. I just physically cannot do it. And I need a dog for therapy, which I did get back into therapy, and she's really nice. And I'm always so honest when I go to therapy. And I think I was a little too honest. But when I get my gun back from the pawn shop, I am going to sell it. But I didn't want to do it at the pawn shop because I don't give you nothing for it. But I know if I sold it to another person outright, I would get more for it. It's never been used. It's all in pristine shape, like a lot of the handbags that I'm going to be offering up tomorrow, which I'm going to lose a lot of money on. But what I'm selling them for is more necessary than just having them. You know what I mean? Hang on just a second. Hi, Justice Channy.
Oh, what's up?
Okay. Does anybody need to stop for a minute, go get a drink, or go potty before we get started with our pendulum? And we're going to try some different things out. I also have a cat ball that I've never used it, but I have a cat ball that is supposed to light up if spirit is near. I can get that out and we can play with that. Yeah, give it a thumbs up. Thank you, Marcy. And like and subscribe if you're not subscribed. Used to, I mean, I don't half the time. YouTube is kind of strange how they don't. I've hardly gotten anything ever out of YouTube. I wanted to let you guys know why I muted it because he came in the kitchen and he was talking on the phone. He had an earpiece in, and I just knew. And he was making noise trying to get ice. But I am going to go warm up my coffee for about 25 seconds. So if anybody else needs to get anything, run and get you something to drink or go potty. I'm just going to run over there in the kitchen and be right back. Okay? Okay. I will be right back. got ice all over the floor. Oh boy, he's such a messy kid. Oh my God. Okay, I'm taking the last one. I didn't get any. So, there. Oh, okay. See, I'm back. I get Indian commodities, and they give you some of the stuff that they give you a lot, like canned vegetables, but they give you meat and they give you cereal, like oatmeal, they give you peanut butter, cheese, things like that. They don't give you coffee, which probably would be gross anyway. Coffee, they don't give you. They don't give you sugar and snack stuff. Now, I get enough oats and peanut butter where I can make those no bake cookies. So anyway, the other day I was at the store, and this was after I pawned my wedding ring. I bought these Swiss cakes, like Little Debbie's. It was a family pack. This was the only one left. So I took it because I haven't gotten one. So that one's mine. Okay. I always try to make sure that he has snacks around and stuff. We have grapes that we got through the Indians, and cherries. This month we got cherries. Cat lady. Oh, I know. I love those no bake cookies. Well, I made some no bake cookies. They're so good. Because the Indians give me everything I need to make them except for sugar and cocoa. So what I buy is just the things that they don't give me. Like they give me my favorite Great Northern white beans. And I love those with ham and cornbread and fried potatoes. Hi, Kathleen Peony. Miss Sherry. Let's see. Miss Sherry, I need prayers. I am doing a large farm, doing a large farm on my own and caring for my dad on oxygen. And my mom is disabled and disabled sister. I'm having a harder time seeing it like that. Hang on. Caring for my dad on oxygen and my mom and disabled sister and disabled son. No one but I do it and worn out all the time. Hi, Aussie True Crime. Just can you tell me what state you live in? Just the state. I'm not too into macadamia nuts. Marcy, I like pecans. Um, the no-bake cookies are awesome. Yeah, love those. Um, I like that. You always say that. Hi, beautiful people. We're going to be working on this pendulum here in a little bit. Aussie, if you have questions that you would like to ask it as far as like a open case that we're working on or something. North Carolina. Okay. Okay. But if you have if you want to ask questions, they have to be yes or no questions, and you can type it in the chat and I'll put it up here. And I'm not going to speak, but I will read your comment and the pendulum will answer without me asking. Also, if you have and if you need answers to personal questions, you can I'm just trying this out. You can ask 3 questions, ask just one at a time for $5 super sticker. That'll help me out as well as hopefully helping you out. Now, cat lady, you cannot keep doing this. I don't know how you're doing it now. You live in North Carolina. Have you let me see what Marcy's telling you. My question is Sherry tall? Oh. Okay. You want the pendulum to ask that, right? Okay. I will ask them that. However, I was wanting to find out if cat lady meow. I've seen that somewhere before in somebody's chat. I've seen your name. Now, have you reached out to like any kind of places that offer help in North Carolina? Because what you need is somebody that can come in and take care of people. They say, now I've heard this on like, I don't know, through therapy and stuff like that, that someone, it was a married couple and that they were talking about this. And I know it doesn't, you're not, this is your dad and stuff. However, it counts because, you're an RN. Okay. Well, I know that you have the available, you're smart and you can do these things. But the thing is, you have to be his child. The married couple that they were talking about was the therapist came in and told her, you cannot be his healthcare worker and his husband or wife. You can't be both, because it is going to it's going to bring you guys, it's going to put a wedge between you two, and you will resent him and regret him, and you'll be bickering, and it will come between you. It takes away from the love and the relationship between a husband and wife, or a parent and a child, when someone has to take care of the other. What you need is home health care professionals to come in. Now, I did a reading on a lady once, and I don't, I'm not going to say who she was. I can't remember her name right now anyway. Okay, I was trying to clear that off. I did a reading for her, and I told her, even though it was her husband, he had a stroke, and he was mean. It turned him into a really mean person. And she said now she hates him, and she can't deal with him, and she thinks about killing him and all this stuff. And I said, let me explain something, that what you honestly need to do. To this lady, I suggested she put her husband into a retirement home, where somebody else could take care of him, because it was not fair to her to be treated like this by him, to have to work and be worn out, taking care of him, building up this hatred towards him and stuff like that. I said, it's not fair to you. It's not fair to him. And you need to put him in a facility that can take care of him, where you don't have to worry, and he's being taken care of. And I said, and then maybe through some time and maybe some therapy, you guys can start over and start learning how to love each other again. Now, I don't know if any of that happened, but you can't, if you are going through anything like that, taking care of a parent or a spouse, you can't. I mean, if they broke a leg, or if they've got the flu or whatever, and they're going to get over it really quickly, that's one thing. But if it's a lifelong issue that's just going to get worse and worse and worse, there's no way it will not work. You can't do that to yourself or to them. It's not fair to either party in a situation like that. And yeah, people, oh, I love him, I'm going to take care of him. That's what we're supposed to do. Yes, that's what you're supposed to do. However, if you are not taking care of yourself, you can't take care of anybody else. It just don't work. And I'm not trying to be all Miss Nosy or know-it-all or whatever, but That's what the professionals have said, and I can see that that's true. I mean, I couldn't do it. There's no way. I don't care how much I love somebody. I couldn't do it. I don't know how people can do that with their children. When their children are in a bad situation for their whole entire life. If you know that this is your life. I don't know how people do that. And I'm not saying it to sound mean and cruel and stuff like that, but I see a lot of times things, like on the internet, but they're true stories, and people having kids and something goes wrong or whatever, and they have to take care of them for the rest of their lives, and they'll never learn to walk, and they'll never do this, or and it's like, honestly, I would have to either put them up for adoption or put them in a home or something, because I don't have it in me. I mean, I'm not trying to sound selfish or mean or anything like that. I just don't. Maybe when I was younger, I could have, but not now. But then I think, okay, that child will grow up and it'll get bigger, but it still won't be able to do anything. I'll get older, weaker, more feeble. I won't be able to lift my son when he's 180 pounds, and I'm shrinking and getting old and weak. And, how am I supposed to lift somebody and change their diaper or clean them up? I can't. It's impossible. Let me see. And I don't mean to sound cruel. I really don't. This is what I hate. I do that to my husband since my accident. He has been my rock and would scare me if he ever left. Yeah. Well, have you ever heard people say, if I can't wipe my own ass, I don't want to live no more? That's how I feel. If somebody has to feed me and change my diapers, I'm done. Which I talked to my therapist the other day, let's see, Friday, for 2 hours. And we talked a lot about my mortality. And there are some things that I said that scared her to death. So let's see. But the thing is, Ozzy, he needs to have, I don't know what's going on with you, but I think if he is taking care, you said you were in an accident, so if he is taking care of a lot of your needs, like getting you dressed and taking you to the bathroom and getting you in the bed, and I don't know what's going on, but if he's doing all that stuff for you, he really must have time for himself. It's really important for his mental health. Let's see, what is this right here? I do believe in the spirit world, but I rebuke the demons. Yes. They are not welcome here. They're not welcome in my home. They are not welcome in my soul. And they're they're not going to come around me. I have Jesus guarding me. I have all the good angels and saints watching over me, and so I don't worry about them because I know all the tricks and the signs. Um, let's see. Aussie is telling us I had an accident at work and damaged my neck. I need surgery from C3 through 7. Your C is basically in your neck. It's like C is for collar. Your like an L3, 4, and 5, like mine was, is lower. L is lower. Okay. When I have bad days, they're bad, and if I don't get my surgery, we have already been told I end up in a chair. Well, you need to get that surgery done. You really do. I have been on work cover for 2 years now. The damage is now touching my spine. That's why you shouldn't have waited. But Ozzy, your husband, first of all, why did you wait so long? Why have you not gotten it done? I mean, think about this. It's going to be easier, and I hate that glare, and I'm sorry. But Ozzy, it's going to be so much easier for him to help you get through recovery from surgery than it is the last 2 years of taking care of you this way. Because I don't know your situation, but I can only imagine that this is causing problems because you hurt. Now, I don't know about you, but when I'm in pain, I am bitchy, bad. I want to wring everybody's neck. And it takes a really strong person to put up with being screamed at and you don't mean to be mean to them, but you are because you're in pain. So if you don't want to have surgery for yourself, do it for everybody else around you. Let me see what's going on now. I have been fighting for surgery for 2 years. Why are they not? I might have missed something. That hurts. I know. Been there, Marcy. Why are they not wanting? I have been on work cover. Now I don't know what that means, unless it's like work where like workman's comp. We call it that here, workman's comp, where if you get hurt on the job, you don't lose your job. They fix the problem. But am I right in assuming that this has something to do with insurance? Insurance covering this surgery. Is that what's going on? And every place has that you work for. Well, I guess not every place, but most companies, big companies anyway, they do have HR department, human resources, um, that should be able to help you. So I'm going to wait to see what Aussie says about insurance. Is that why they haven't done your surgery yet? Because that's the only thing I can think of why they wouldn't. Because if you've been to the doctor and they've seen the reports, they know you need it and they know what's going to happen to you. Now, I will tell you this. After surgery, your job is going to say that because of this, you are no longer able to do this job again, the same job. So, because you'll have limitations and all this stuff. So, what they'll do is they'll give you a settlement for so many thousands of dollars, and you're done with that job. They won't take you back. I do know. Well, that's the way it is here in the United States. That's what happened to me when I did my back surgery. Let me see what's going on. I see my loved one who has passed in dreams. Hi, Cecilia. That's a beautiful name. They come to you in your dreams. They do. They really do. Let's see. Oh, stop that. Miss Sherry and everyone, God bless you all. I'll send prayers for you, and but it's almost midnight. Oh, okay. And you have to work tomorrow. You have to work outside of the farm. My goodness. Well, cat lady, I hope that you can come back or just email me. Let me know how you're doing, because I would really like to be able to help you. You need help. You really do. Nobody can do all that on their own. It's impossible. You shouldn't be doing. I can't believe that you're doing this. God bless you. This is just amazing. You're a strong lady. But you have a good night. Get some sleep. And I'll keep praying, okay? Marcy, your first back surgery was hurt at work, and a forklift hit me, and I was on workman's comp. Yeah. If you're hurt at work, you do get workman's comp. They agreed my condition and pay me weekly. And medical. But they don't want my surgery, as the 10% chance I end up in the chair. It's a 10% chance. What about the other 90%? You need to advocate for yourself. They're not the ones that are living this shit. It's you. You got a 90% chance of healing and getting better. No, you Do you have an attorney? If you don't, you need to get one. I wouldn't have put up with that for nothing. I mean, I didn't want my back surgery, but I didn't have a choice because I had somehow L3, 4, and 5 was messed up somehow. And they replaced everything with titanium. 2 rods, 3 plates, and 6 screws. My spine, the disc, I guess, were going inside of my spine, pushing into my spine instead of pushing out of my spine. So they were surprised I wasn't already paralyzed, which after my surgery, I did have what they call dead legs. My legs turned completely white and they were cold and I couldn't walk. This was after I got home. So I was taken back to the hospital and that's what they told me. I had dead legs. And I was like, oh my God. I freaked out. And they said that it just happens sometimes, but it'll be okay. So I don't even remember what they did. It's been a long time. Yes, thank you, cat lady. Thank you. I do want to know what's going on with you. Because otherwise, if I don't know, I'm going to sit and worry about it. That's just how I am. I'm a worry wart. That's what my mom says. Just a worry wart. And Aussie, I've never been able to return to work. And another thing is, Aussie, I don't know how Australia works. But you should qualify for disability, not through your job, but through so we have Social Security here, Social Security disability, and that's what I'm on, disability, because I can't work anymore. So I get $1,000 a month. That's what me and my son are living on, which is why I am going to try to sell all my purses and stuff. And anything that I have that's of any value. Because it's bad. It's hard. But once he starts working and everything, it'll get better. I mean, right now we're not, we're okay. But it's just things need to be paid, So that's why I'm going to start doing more YouTube and just do what I can to make more money. And I definitely see, I thought I need a dog. I've never lived without one. So I had thought that I had to go through therapy to counseling and stuff to actually get a doggy, because in the apartments that I live in, they okay, let me finish my thought first before I start reading again. I thought that I had to go through my therapist in order to get a paper signed by them so that I could get a doggy, because anything in the apartments I live in, anything over 20 pounds requires a note from the doctor saying that I need one. So I just thought that I had to get that through my therapist. And she said to me Friday, "Oh, no, you need to go through your primary doctor to get that." All this time later, and I'm just finding out. That's one thing about the Indian clinic. They don't tell you anything that they don't have to tell you, if you know what I mean. They do not communicate worth a crap. I was told, because when we first got here and stuff, my son wears braces. Well, he needed them taken off, and they said that they couldn't do that. I said, okay. So I took him to another dentist or another orthodontist, and they wanted several $1,000s, which I had already paid like $10,000 with all the fillings and all this stuff that he had to have. And then he had a cavity. So we went in and seen the dentist at the Indian clinic, and the doctor came out and said that he needs these brackets taken off. And I said, yeah, I know. But the orthodontist said it was going to cost several $1,000s, and I don't have it. And he said, no, we take them off here. And I said, no, they said they wouldn't take them off. And he goes, I'd take them off. I said, okay. See, they don't communicate worth a shite. Cecilia Johnson. God sees us. Live right. Be right. You will be blessed. Yeah. And you know what? Another thing about that, it's true, but it's in his time. And it's what he wants you to have, not what you think you want to have. See, I could be saying, I don't know. I don't know. I always say that if you want something like, just say a new job, you can apply for that job and you can keep up with the people that do the hiring, have you looked through my application, blah, blah, whatever. If that is not what God wants you to have, that's what you will not get. It's kind of hard to explain, but I always say that, when you pray, God, if it is within your will, if it is your will for me to buy this house or get this job or whatever, you will make it happen. And I know that, and just thank him and go on and don't worry about it. Because, you have to try for something that you want, but you can't just expect that that's what he's going to give you because that's what you want, because it doesn't work that way. It's hard to explain. Everything is in God's hands. That's right. Aussie, that is so right. And I truly believe everything happens for a reason. Absolutely. It does. And if we don't see it right away, it doesn't mean that he's not listening. And it doesn't mean, it's like that song that Garth Brooks sings, thank God for unanswered prayers, because sometimes you think that this is what you really want, when God ain't going to give it to you because he knows that's not what you need, you know? So, and it's true. And he sings another song that I really, really like, and I don't remember the name of the song. I have all this music from Garth Brooks, but he sings one that's about this homeless man that has all these holy clothes and he stinks and all this stuff. And in the song, it says that the man passes away and now he wears clothes fit for a king. And it's true. Doesn't matter what kind of house you live in, what kind of car you drive, what you wear. People can be poor, and it's okay. That don't matter. What matters is what's in here, what's in your heart. And people, it shows in the way that you treat other people. What you believe in shows in how you treat other people. And I'm not the type of person who's going to judge somebody and say, and I've heard people do this before and it just irritates me. Look at all his tattoos. Look at his long hair. He must be a drug addict. Really? That doesn't have nothing to do with it. What about I have seen so many tweakers at the store and I cannot, it just standing next to them, I get this vibe off of them and I can't take it. It just makes me nuts. How come black people can't what? How come black people can't buy property? Who said they can't? And that's one thing. Ugh. The race card, that makes me mad more than anything. Oh, just ticks me off. Yes, Aussie. I love Garth Brooks too. He has got me through, his music has gotten me through some really hard times. And I was his neighbor. Back, must have been early 2000, because we all lived in Collinsville, Oklahoma, which is a little town north of Tulsa. You have to go through, oh Lord, it's not Owasso, is it? Wassa? maybe it's on the other side of Wawassa. Now, it's been so long since I've been out there, but I lived right off the highway at 136th Street, and he lived on 126th Street. Well, his mom and dad did. He had this house built for him, and it had black wrought iron gates, and it had white. His signature fencing is all white. But it was backing off of the road, real nice, big, pretty house. And then if you went west on 126th Street, that's where him and his first wife and the kids lived. And I remember when they had their third daughter, when she was pregnant with her and all that kind of stuff. And see, I worked, the place where I worked, I'll just say, we used to make the kids' birthday cakes all the time. I mean, if they needed a cake, they got it from us at the store in Owasso, where I worked. But yeah, him and this other guy that was a country singer would come in, and I didn't really even think about Garth Brooks back then at that time. It was like, oh, okay. Because everybody else would be like, that's Garth Brooks' wife. You know, I forget what her name is too. But yeah, it was like, whatever. I didn't think about it. Now, it's probably a good thing. Because, yeah, I like him. He's such a good guy. He's very sensitive. He's a good person. Let's see. Let's see, Celia. Everything you have, you stole. What? And you know it. I don't know who that is. Yeah, I'd like to know what she's talking about too. No, I haven't stole anything. I think it's pretty rude that you think that Black people can't buy property. Why wouldn't they be able to? I hope you're not a racist, because I don't do that over here. I mean, all right, Darlene. Yeah, you want to ask a question to the pendulum? You can do that. Well, I know Trisha, but I'm talking about Marcy. I was talking about the other one. Would you like to ask the pendulum a question? I know what I'm going to ask the pendulum. Let me ask a question real quick. I'll write it. See, I'm not going to speak it. I'm just going to write it. And it has to be a yes or no question. Let me see. What's dinging? Hang on just a second, guys. Well, let's see. I will ask a question. Um, Cecilia, are you the same lady who was asking if uh, Shanann locked her kids in their bedroom? Are you the same lady? Or I shouldn't say lady, woman, because ladies don't act like that or talk like that. And the reason why I touch my neck is because it's hurting right here, because I do believe I have a slipped disc or something in there. Oh, believe me, God sees you too, Cecilia. Let's see. I'm glad God sees me because I talk to Him all the time. God is so good. Let's see, Darlene. Okay, let's see. This is Darlene's question for the pendulum. Oh, yeah, I still want to ask the pendulum a question too. And we're going to see. Let me adjust here. Oh, I better take this. Maybe not. Let's see. Her question. Okay. Let's get this adjusted. And I will not speak it. I will just let the okay, first off, Darlene, have you, I don't know if you've seen this done before, but I will ask the pendulums without speaking, of course, to show you what the answers will look like for you. Okay, that is going in a circle. I don't know, Darlene, if you can tell, but I asked if they could show me what a yes answer looks like. And that's a straight line. And I didn't even get to actually finish asking them to show me what a no looks like, because a circle is a yes and a straight line is a no. So I'm not going to speak it, but I am going to ask your question for you for the spirits. Can you see what it did, Darlene? Cindy, why are you confused? Well, Marcy, you have a wrench, and Ozzy, you have a wrench, and that means that it is up to you, under your discretion, to use that wrench any way you see fit. Yes, Darlene, it was a circle, and I asked in my mind the spirits, will Darlene's surgery be a success? And it did the circle, which is yes. So that's good for you. That's good news. And it did work. It did work for the way that we're did that. So that's good. At least I know that this is gonna work. Let's see. Oh, Marcy had a question. Hmm. Oh, you're very welcome. I don't do this. I've never done this before. But if you would like to ask the spirits to the pendulum, 3 questions for a $5 super sticker or something like that is what I'm thinking. I don't know if what you guys think about that, if that would be fair or whatever. And anybody that carries a wrench, if you want to, that is because I give people wrenches that I know I can trust. And here in my channel, we do not talk mean to other people. And if you think somebody might be, sometimes we read things and we can't tell if it's actually a bad comment or not. If you want to say, can you explain what you're talking about or whatever? And they are saying something bad, you can time them out, or you can just block them or whatever, because anybody that's over here, if they come to my channel, they deserve respect. I'm not going to allow anyone to talk to any of my guests or anyone in my chat badly. If somebody talks bad about Cindy or Marcy or Darlene or Ozzy, they're gone. Because the people that come in here that I know deserve respect. I treat people with respect. And if you come over here, you have to treat them with respect as well. I don't know who that woman was, Cecily, and I'm sure it was a fake name, but no one underestimates my relationship with God. If I've done something wrong, You can ask me, and that's one thing. I will tell you the truth. So if you don't really want to know the truth, don't ask me. I'm not going to say, you get a new dress and you want to know if your ass looks fat in that dress. If it does, I'm going to tell you. um, well, I'd probably say, well, honey, maybe we should keep looking. Maybe that's just not the dress for you. Something kind like that. But, you know, my mods need to take advantage of that. Not take advantage, but they need to know that I'm going to stand by your decision to block someone or something like that. Like Marcy, if that person was talking bad about Aussie, what would you do? Would you delete or block them? I hope so. And the same way around with Aussie. If somebody was talking bad about you, Marcy, and if I saw it, I would do it. I don't know if I can do that. I think it's just the moderators that can do all that. Well, I was questioning that very first question about Black people buying property. That was bullcrap. And I'm sure it wasn't anybody named Cecily. It was a made-up name, but I've never really had anybody mean in my chat. And anyone talks about Shanann and the babies, that's it. Yeah, I know. But still, I mean, anybody that's in here, if you have a ranch, that means you're like the security guard in a Walmart, or I know Walmart don't have security guards, but well, not really. In a sense, figuratively speaking, being a moderator, you're supposed to look out for everybody. Really. I want everybody to be treated with respect. I don't want anybody being called names or anything. This isn't a hate channel. This is a I love you, I want to help you channel. I want to pray for you. That's who I am. And when she came up with the Black people can't buy, there she is again. She needs to be Aussie or Marcy. Either one of you need to block her. If you block her, she won't be able to come back. Because, see, we love all people here. And you need prayers. You really do. It's a good thing tomorrow is Sunday. Maybe people will pray for you tomorrow. This lady is trying to take you away from God. No, nobody will ever take me away from God. The only one that tries to take anyone away from God is the devil. And that's what I feel you are. And I'm not giving it any attention. All I know is that she needs to go bye-bye. Marcy or Ozzy, while you're getting rid of this person, I am going to go make me a pop, a sooty pop. I will be right back while you guys block her forever. See, I'm right back. Just got rid of her. Marcy and I are on cleanup duty. Well, if somebody comes in and they want to question anything about me, that's one thing. And I'll answer questions. I don't have a problem with that. But if somebody brings up anything that is racially motivated, get rid of them. No ifs, ands, buts. Don't even ask me. Because, in my opinion, and in God's opinion, all people are people. They're all the same. I don't care what color you are. I don't care if you've done bad things in the past. As long as you've learned and grown. And, you know, people in prison, they can be redeemed. Everybody can be redeemed. Doesn't matter what you've done. Oh, darling, that is so sweet. That is really sweet. I thank you for that. That means a lot to me. See, I will think about things like that more than I will about this other person, because this is what it's all about. Finding a friend or somebody that you can count on. And I love what I do. And I that's why I started YouTube, was because I wanted to help people. And I pray that I've helped people just by some of the stuff that I've lived through. I want to be able to show people that it can be better. I mean, there's times when I don't want to live anymore, and there's times when I'm so depressed and stuff like that. But if I am really depressed or anything, if I get on my channel, then I meet people like you, Darlene, and Marcy, and Aussie, and well, Marcy has my phone number, and we've talked on the phone, and I've hollered at her before through text messages because I don't want her watching some of the stuff she's watched in the past. Because a lot of places are all about the money. And I am not, yes, I need to sell some stuff. I need the money, but I'm not begging for money. Um, One thing is, I know that something's gonna happen, God always makes something happen. He he never lets me down. He just does it. I mean, it works out every time. It's amazing. So I don't worry. Like, if a bill doesn't get paid or, something, I don't worry about it. I mean, I'm going to do the best I can, and I will deal with it and take care of it, but I'm not going to stress over it like back a long, long time ago when I was real young, just starting out. Oh, we don't have the money for this. Whoa. No, I don't do that because I know. And it's like with my son, this is another example. When he was like, I need to get a job. He was kind of working himself up about it. And I said, have you put in applications? And he goes, I've put in applications everywhere, but until I turn 18, I'm not going to be able to get a job because everybody wants you to be 18. They don't worry about if you've graduated high school. They just want to know if you're 18 or older. And I said, well, you'll get one. You'll find a job. He loves his job. It's a very secure job. I'm not now, since this weirdo came in here, I'm not going to say anything about where he works, but it's, I mean, I would tell you guys if I talked to you on the phone, but it's right up his alley with computers and stuff. There is something else too. I would like to get, he needs the insurance and tag on the truck so he can get to work back and forth without getting in trouble. Which is why I'm wanting to sell my purses. But it's then I want to get a used washer and dryer. And then I want to get a doggy. But I only live like a little less than 4 hours from Lip Lock No More, and I want to go visit her. So I'll need money to do that. So I need help and stuff like that. He is a good boy. Well, young man. He's a young man now. He's 18, so. But I just don't want him to go back and forth to work with a bad tag and stuff, And once you get behind on bills, it's so hard to get caught back up. That's true. Aussie, God never gives us more than we can handle. Sometimes we are like at the end of our rope, we can't take anything else. Um, but then something happens, something good will happen. It's like that. Um, and I just think that that was just a troll lady. So, um, it's strong. Let's see. Do you have something special? It's strong and totally unique. Never stop. You have serious value, and I admire you. Humble strength. Oh, wow. Thank you. That's very, very kind of you. Uh, Thank you, darling. Yeah, she's gone. I mean, if you blocked her, she's gone. I'm going. She's special. She said, I'm going to curse. I laughed so hard at her. Darling, you are so sweet. I tell you. Um, does anybody else want to say something or ask a question? I'm glad you found me too, darling. I really am. And the cat lady too. I really hope she does come back. Now tomorrow, um, I am gonna do a live and set up. I'm gonna get my purses out and make sure they're all cleaned up. And um, about the only thing that I can say about my purses is that they may smell like cigarettes, but I'll try to get that cleaned up. Um, since 210, losing my entire family, and I said, God isn't going to give me more than I could handle. Hi, Sheila. Does Spirit have anything to tell you? I don't know. Um, what we're doing is if you can ask 3 questions, personal questions about stuff, whatever, um, for a $5 super sticker, or you can ask a question about like a case that's going on right now, like Monkey Vaughn or Summer Wells or, you know, whatever, something like that. Um, do you want, Marcy, you want me to ask that? I won't speak the words out loud. I will just um, let the pendulum read, basically read my mind, or the spirits read my mind, um, about your question, and we can go from there. Let me see here. Turn it around, and we will just see what the pendulum says. Let's see. I'm sorry. All right, let's see what the little pendulum says. Let's see. Shoot. I get turned around here. Oh, I need to get this off of the screen. Okay. What's Aussie saying? Marcy, I handed my life to God 22 years ago when he gave me my son 16 weeks early. Doctors gave him 5 minutes. They gave him 5 minutes. See, doctors, like I said a while ago, doctors don't know everything. But God can heal anybody. Don't give up on that. He's more powerful than all the doctors combined. I promise. I promise. No, actually, God promised. Okay, let me ask this question. Well, I'm not going to ask it, but I'll be thinking it. Okay, let's find out. Let's make sure you can see it. Let's see, this way. Give us a clear answer. What is that saying? What did you guys think that said? Yes, Marcy, yes, you're right. It did. It answered your question, which was, will Dylan Rounds ever be found? Is what I was thinking in my head. And it made the circle. The only reason I did speak and say, you're going to have to show us more clearly. And it did that. Now, hey, big alligator, or agitator. Oh, the big agitator. I did do a little video. Oh, shoot. It's on my phone. I never uploaded it. I didn't download it or upload it or whatever. I did not. But I asked some questions. Okay. Darlene made my nose run by all her nice words. Welcome, big agitator. Well, it said that he will be found, and I believe that. And I was going to share my video with you. I might be able to. Let's see. What I can do is, because it's not a very long video at all, I'll post it and then I'll show it to you right here. Okay. Okay, there's the video. I'm not very good at this stuff. Okay, I need to go to, because this is on my phone. Okay. I need to upload a video. This one. Next. And this one is Kylie. Rodney. I'm just going to do it like that, and I can always fix it later. Okay. I'm going to upload it. Just upload it. It shouldn't take very long to upload this. You worry about Dylan Rounds. Did you see Ryan Upchurch? He's saying that he doesn't think that there was a party that went on. It just seems that his mom is out there trying, but not seeing his grandparents or his dad. What do you guys think about Kylie's friend Sammy? She has inserted herself into that case like Jody Sue's done in Summer's case. To me, crazy. My crazy neighbor just came home. Let's see. I'm going to find out. Let's see. I have a gambling issue. Those fishing tables got me hooked. It's hard not to gamble when I'm high. Well, then quit getting high. That'll fix it, won't it? I mean, maybe you should pray. It sounds like you got a lot of sin going on. I mean, we're all sinners, but if you're high, that's bad. But then you're gambling, and that's even worse. Marcy, who do you think is involved? Oh, I don't either. Hello, Lightkeeper. I didn't trust her from. Well, when I first heard and seen a picture of Kylie, I knew it was bad. I knew it was bad. I knew she's gone. And I said, I didn't know the case, but I said, she's gone. I mean, Marcy, you know how I work. All I have to do is see a picture. Okay. Big agitator. My whole paycheck I lost for a straight month. Why? Do you remember what I was just telling you guys, Marcy and Aussie? Aussie, does this guy know you? Do you know who this agitator guy is? I don't read tarot cards. I'm a psychic medium, and that means that I can see and know things that other people don't. And before you got here, I told my moderators what to do when trolls come around. I will slow my roll or typing so you can finish your task. You don't have to. I can do many things at the same time. No, this is a pendulum, which I use to show. It's a visual tool for people who like to watch what Spirit says. And tonight we're doing it without speaking to the spirits, because the spirits know what I'm thinking. You have a lot going on in your head. Do you want to explain some of that? If you don't, you don't have to. I pray for people here. I try to help counsel people here, even though I'm not a counselor or a therapist. Have you had any? Yes, and I'm, as soon as it gets done downloading, um, see, I recorded it, Darlene. I recorded a short video of, of me doing a reading on Kylie. And I didn't download it because our internet sucks here. So I didn't get to download it. But I'm downloading it now so that this Cecily Jackson person is back. Yes, and in the Emmett Till case, I heard that woman is I don't know if the woman is still alive, but I heard that they are going to bring charges on her, so she must still be alive, for the Emmett Till whistled. And it ended up getting Emmett Till killed. He wasn't whistling at this white woman. Back in the day of segregating black people from white people, I know all about the Emmett Till story. It was ridiculous. And God, I just forgot that guy's name. It's a little boy. He was, it was so sad. He was accused of raping or I shouldn't have said that word, of R-ing a little white girl a long time ago. And this kid was so small. He was tried, convicted, and put to death all within like a couple of days. Ridiculous. They put that baby on phone books. And if I am not mistaken, they sat him on top of Bibles before they put him in the electric chair. Oh, that was awful. I do know a lot about Black history, and it disgusts me. So, Cicely, do not bring your racist shit in here. I'm Native American, so I know what it feels to be a smidge of what it feels like. Video, you know, that's the funny thing about that Kylie Rodney case is there's supposed to be 200 or 300 kids, teenagers and adults, at this party, but nobody is talking because they don't want to get in trouble with drugs or whatever. You know, it doesn't matter. There's a little girl missing. And let's see. Right. Um, I am from the South. North Carolina, the word racist doesn't really mean anything down here. Okay, Mr. Agitator, the word racist means a lot everywhere, especially in here, around me. I don't put up with it. That word, racist, does mean something. Marcy, I know you are from North Carolina. The word racist ask a black person what that word means to them. Okay, what do you say? You don't say the word racist. What do you say? We have a lot respect for each other. Okay. Well, Miss Cecily Jackson, whatever her name is, that was just in here, she wanted to know why black people couldn't buy property. And she was just going off on a tangent about different things. And I tried to explain. I won't put up with it. Because everybody came from one creator. I don't care what color you are. And I do have a sense of humor, but I do not like for people to be picked on for any reason. So you see a white woman with a black man. So what would they be? What do you mean, Marcy? Oh, would you say like an N lover? Is that what you're talking about? Is that what that means? um, Thank you, Aussie, for being here. I love you too. And please talk to somebody about getting that surgery done. It's very important because the longer you wait, the worse it's going to be and the harder it's going to be to recover. Let me know what's going on and stop in. And tomorrow, I will be live. I'll put out a post. So just in case you want to stop by tomorrow and take a look. And have a good night, Aussie. Okay, agitator. Well, I have been around African Americans all my life, and I guess the new generation is different. I know I don't know. It my opinion, but try to have peace and fun. Well, growing up, my dad used the N word a lot. And I always hated it when I was a little kid growing up. And I didn't like it. But my dad was a scary dad, and he drank a lot. So I never argued with him or anything like that. But I knew that it was wrong, and I knew that when I had children, I would raise my children to where color does not exist. And my kids never used that word or thought that there was any difference. Because people shouldn't be judged just by the color of their skin. I judge people, but I judge people by how they treat other people, not by how many tattoos they have or their body piercings or the color of their skin. It's wrong because we were all created by God. Marcy, you said no. I would never say that. I know you wouldn't say that, Marcy. But your sister said it's still bad in North Carolina. Racist people are everywhere, and it's just, yeah. It's not that it's going away. I mean, it's even worse in the South, which I'm not really in the South. I mean, maybe some people probably think I am. It's Oklahoma is not really the South. It's a Bible Belt, but I'm Native American, so I mean, it's really I don't know, Native American land or something. I don't know. There's a lot of it here, Native Americans, but there's people of all races all over the United States. Sorry, my back itched. Oh, good. You have an appointment tomorrow. I think the public system, so fingers crossed. On a Sunday, you have an appointment? Oh, I bet it would be Monday your time because you're ahead. So, okay. I will pray, and keep my fingers crossed. But if you don't get the surgery soon, you'll get it when God wants you to get it. Yep. We see people, not color. Yes. I love this show, and it's called, let's see, Sydney Dane Sherry, we must have had the same dad. Yeah. And it's just the generation thing. Okay. What was I saying? Oh. I watched this YouTube channel, and it's called Too Strong. And it's about these guys that thing's still downloading. Damn. They come on and they talk about all kinds of things. And forgot where I was going. I don't remember what I was going to say about them. But there is two black guys. And I just love those guys so much. They're so they're good guys. Now, one of them, I don't know about the other, but one of them um, was really bad in his past, and him and his son got caught doing something, and he ended up getting out of prison. I guess he wasn't convicted of the same thing or something, but his son is still in prison for 18 years. But these men are Christians. I love their channel. They're trying to open people's minds about the evil things that are going on and stuff. I really like them. Let's see here. It is still downloading. That's irritating. I know there's a lot of corruption and evil things going on. And it's getting worse and worse and worse. And it's just like I say, it's like we're living in Revelations. And it's going to get a lot more worse before it gets better. Dang, Sherry, we must have. Oh, at the same time, I see. Now I see that. Well, I'm gonna hop off. I have to get to a tarot live show before the end of their live. Okay, well, big agitator, I'm sorry. Oh, if you want to go to a good card reader, Above and Beyond Ancestry. She is freaking good. Above and Beyond Ancestry. Her name is Willow. I don't know if you've ever been there. I watch her all the time. And she has live readings Sunday mornings at 11:30. Every Sunday at 11:30. I've paid for a reading before because she's really, really good. But thank you for coming in, and have a good evening. And I don't know. Let's see. Ooh, I've been on for a little over 2 hours. I guess I should get off of here. Above and Beyond. Okay. Yeah. Life is all about energy, not physical looks. Yeah. Yeah. Go check her out, Agitator. And you're welcome to come back anytime. I'm sorry I was kind of leery, but you're welcome back anytime. Thank you. And Darlene. Love your style, Sherry. Life is all about energy, not color and physical looks. You can just feel and read the good energy versus the opposite. At least that's been my experience. Yeah. I mean, yep. everybody deserves to be treated human, you know. And I was a little leery of this agitator guy, especially after this other lady was in here, and you know, and I shouldn't have been that way, but he said something about gambling and when he's stoned and all this, and I was like, I was getting a bad vibe, but I mean, I don't know. I'll give him a chance, you know. Give everybody a chance. And how did that lady get back in here? Thought she was blocked. I'm gonna go back up and see if I can see what she said when she. And I don't know who the light keeper is. Let's see, what did they say when they were in here? It's just because I haven't seen these names before. It doesn't mean that I don't normally have to do this. Hello, all. Well, I mean, it could be the light keeper. I mean, that's a good sign. The light, you know. Oh, she came back in and she said, "Our ancestors getting ready. Our ancestors getting ready to get you and Jim Crow Joe." I don't know what that is. Well, good luck with that. And Big Agitator said, "I'm Cancer." Does that mean his sign is Cancer or he's a Cancer? Did you guys see that? He said his name is Tony. I don't know. Well, we'll keep an eye on him. But Darlene, I am glad that you found us. And Marcy, I am so glad you were involved tonight. You were a little more involved, and you're probably just tired as all get out, aren't you? I bet you are. So is Danny. Okay, well, y'all keep an eye. Darlene, if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe and hit that bell to all, and then that way, when I go to post another video or go live or something, you'll know about it. I mean, it's free. It don't cost you anything. And then going to see what Marissa is talking about. Marcy? Oh my gosh. Marcy. You remember what I said about those people? Okay. Well, go check on MGL. But anyway, you guys have a good night. I love you. Stay strong. Keep your faith. And I will hopefully see you tomorrow. Good night, you guys.